The Nintendo Switch 2 specs just leaked, and this thing is kinda crazy. The CPU is punching like it wants to be in a PlayStation 6, but the GPU? It's more like a mid-range laptop from 2017 had a kid with a toaster. Let's break down what this Frankenstein chip is actually packing. So first off, Nintendo's new chip, codenamed T239, is almost double the size of the original Switch's Tegra X1. That's not an upgrade, that's a full-on glow-up. It's got 8 Cortex-A78C cores, each one with its own L2 cache buffet and a shared 4MLB L3 dessert tray. And here's the wild part. In single-threaded tests, this chip is putting up twice the performance of a PS4 and about 3 times the original Switch. In multi-threaded workloads, it's matching an Apple A12 Bionic, which is no joke. Basically, the CPU is out here doing squats while the GPU's in the corner wheezing. The chip's built on a Samsung 8nm node, probably the same tech used in the Tegra Orin. It was taped out back in 2021, so yeah, Nintendo's been cooking this up for a while. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just mobile-class junk silicon. This thing has some backbone. Think downclocked Intel i7 laptop territory. Yeah, Nintendo finally realized we're not trying to emulate PS2 games in 540p anymore. Now let's talk about the GPU, or as I like to call it, the thing they gave up on. It's Ampere-based, with 1536 CUDA cores, which sounds decent until you realize it benchmarks like a GTX 1050 Ti when docked and a GTX 750 Ti when handheld. Yes, a GPU from 2014 just got a spiritual reboot in 2025. Thanks, Nintendo. It's weaker than a RTX 3050M, and it's nowhere near the Xbox Series S. But here's the kicker. Nintendo's banking on DLSS to clean up the mess. We're talking native 540p in some cases with upscaling. So yeah, DLSS is doing the heavy lifting like it's getting paid overtime. Fans are already roasting the GPU on forums, but oddly enough, people are hyped about the CPU. Why? Because for once, Nintendo didn't go full potato mode with the processor. The A78C cores are flagship-tier mobile stuff, Snapdragon 888 level. Great for emulators, multitasking, maybe even AI upscaling wizardry later on. But clearly Nintendo flipped the script here. Strong CPU, weak GPU. That's the opposite of how consoles usually work. Makes you wonder, are they already planning a Switch 2 Pro mid-cycle refresh? 'Cause let's be real, this GPU ain't aging well before it's even released. So here's the TLDR. The Switch 2's SoC is a beast, if you only care about CPUs. The GPU, kinda undercooked. But Nintendo being Nintendo, they'll squeeze every drop of performance out of this thing using magic, blood sacrifices, and DLSS. Still, this leak tells us one thing. Nintendo isn't playing safe anymore. They're finally building hardware that doesn't immediately scream 2013 Android tablet. So the million-dollar question is, can Nintendo actually make this underwhelming GPU look good with a ton of smoke and mirrors? Let me know what you think in the comments section. Like the video, subscribe to Rage Quit Report, and I'll see you in the next video.